Good morning, viewers all over the world. You are welcome to Ego Television, and this is your favorite program, Healing Home. Today, we are going to be discussing ways of having a healthy argument. Remember, in our last meeting, we did discuss what argument is all about, and that according to the New World Webster Dictionary, it says argument is a discussion based on disagreement, dispute, and debate, and that argument can be classified or divided into two parts. We have the healthy argument, and on the other hand, the unhealthy argument. The healthy argument builds up relationship and eventually restores it, while the unhealthy argument cracks up the relationship and eventually destroys it. And you, the participant, you are the deciding factor. Today, I am glad to add to it that during argument, do not allow the environment to influence you, but you should influence the environment. So, what are the ways of having a healthy argument? Point number one, during argument, show respect to the opposition. Opposition here mean whoever you are arguing with. That means it could be your colleague at work, your friend, your dad, your mom, your children, your spouse. Show respect to them. Remember, we all came from a different background with different experiences. Some of our experiences in the past, whether in the past relationship or childhood, some are bad. So, this background and experiences have a way of defining our actions when confronted with issues during agreement. During argument, sorry. So, if you are expecting a positive result during argument, show respect to the opposition. How do you do that? Avoid the use of toxic language. Avoid the use of calling of negative names. We know that emotions can run high when we are during argument, and when emotions run high, we lose control of our emotions. But if you are expecting to have a resolution, if you are expecting to reach an agreement with the opposition, you must show respect to the opposition. Point number two, be open-minded during argument. Remember, you and the opposition are having this argument because you want the same thing in the first place. Both of you want the issue resolved. Both of you want to reach an agreement, but probably you are attacking this argument from a different perspective or using a different technique. But here, I suggest today that you be open-minded. Do not come to the table with assumed bad intentions. Do not come to the table judging the case before it even started. Proverbs chapter 18, verse 13. He said, he that judges a matter before he hears it is a fool. So let down your ego. Let down your pride. Listen to what the opposition is saying so that they can always come to you with their problems or complain, because they now know you always listen. In this technique, practice the art of listening. Listening makes you understand the content of the argument, and then you can ask questions when necessary and when needed. In this technique, you are more likely to reach an agreement or resolution when you listen to what the opposition is saying and where he or she is coming from. Point number three, understand the underlying pain during argument. Understand the source of the argument. In this technique, it involves couples that have been married for a long time or those that have been involved in a relationship for a long time. You are always fighting over little issues or small issues, but it's a regular thing. I suggest that you ask yourself, what is going on? Take a seat back. Take a seat back and ask yourself, what is going on? You are more likely to reach a resolution when you stop thinking about what the opposition is doing and start thinking what you can do for the opposition. You are more likely to reach an agreement when you don't give up on the issue at hand. Don't be discouraged when when the argument becomes challenging. Don't be discouraged when it becomes ugly. In this technique, you can pause the argument. It is okay to pause the argument. Don't be afraid to pause the argument, but you pause it in order to revisit it later. For example, you always have the issue of having an argument during the early hours in the morning when you are prepared to go to work. It has become a regular thing in your relationship. Then when you come home in the evening, after everything has been said and done, you want to settle the issue when you are almost time to go to bed. It's a bad idea. I suggest that you speak to your partner and say, come on, let us set a timetable when we can really discuss this issue with a level head. You are more likely to reach an agreement because this time it is being discussed in a healthy way. Both of you are calm and collected. Even at this, when it becomes too hot, take a time out. It is not a bad thing to take a time out. It is not a bad thing to pause it again. But what you must not do during this technique is ignore the issue permanently. If you ignore the issue permanently, it will come back to bite you. Point number 4, tell the opposition how you feel. Telling the opposition how you feel does not make you weak. It's actually strength in what they think is weakness. Argument has a potential of bringing people together. Argument is an opportunity to mend bridges. So telling the opposition how you feel does not make you weak. If it's your husband or wife in this occasion, honey, I'm not your slave. Why do you have to leave the dishes for me to wash all the time? Honey, why can't you help me with the kids? Honey, why can't you drive the children to the school today? Honey, why can't you do it in a very loving way? When you do this, you are more likely to reach an agreement. Telling the opposition how you feel is telling him or her how you want the issue resolved. Point number 5, lay it at the feet of Jesus. Proverbs 20 verse 3. It is a honor for a man to cease from strife, but every fool will keep meddling. Lay it at the feet of Jesus. There's no need. Sometimes there's no need for this strife. It is misunderstanding that keeps strifes going on. Come to Jesus with it if you are a believer. Father, I have used all these points above. Now, whether it's successful or not, I need your hand on it. That your hand will facilitate these principles I have applied, that my home will be healed. And as long as you have prayed, you have invited Jesus Christ into the situation to heal your home. God bless you once again. I'm your host, Apostle Andrew Adologoge. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Subscribe to my channel. Like and comment. Your comments are very, very important. God bless you. Until we meet again, have a great week. Have a great day.